did grow up in a family that went to church every Sunday and every Wednesday or Sunday night, and so that was kind of what I did, and that was my thing. And everyone knew me for the girl that went to the church, so she must be perfect. And when I was growing up, whenever the pastor would say, well, does anyone want to accept Christ, I would like do it over and over again just to make sure that he was in my life and that I was doing everything right. And after a few years, I started walking away from God, and I was wondering, I was going with the crowd instead of against it and not standing out like you're shining your light for God. And then I went to Cambodia a few years ago, and I felt really ashamed of what I had done, and I loved God after that. And then we came home, and a few months had passed, and I started to go back into, I'm going to do what everybody else does, and I'm just not going to follow God. And then the second time came, and I went to Cambodia again, and I fell in love with God again, and just wanted to follow him with all my heart. And then again we came home, and I started to stray away. And then last year, bless my parents' hearts, I started breaking all of the rules, and I didn't want to listen to anybody, and I lost all of the trust my parents had in me, and just broke their hearts, and there was a whole bunch of pain in my family. And then I decided one day, after I had gotten in trouble and gotten grounded and gotten everything taken away, that what I had been doing wasn't right, and that I needed to turn my life around completely. So I turned it around, and ever since then I've been reading my Bible every day, listening to God, and seeing what he has to say, and it's wonderful. And making the choice to turn around in my life makes each day even better and brighter than the one before, because you kind of don't know what he's going to throw at you, or he's going to throw you a curveball and you're going to go on some wild adventure. But I do and don't regret what I had done last year. I do regret it because it caused so much pain and to the people I love and care about. And then I don't regret it because it had brought me closer to God and realized what I had been doing my whole life was wrong, and that I needed to stop and turn it all around. Last week on the retreat, it really, really spoke to me because Pastor Brian was talking about how you're going on this path with God, and sometimes we go on the off-ramp, and that's what my life had been like. And then he said something that kind of confused me, because he said once you go off the off-ramp, you're kind of there. And I was like astonished, because I thought, well, if I went on the off-ramp last year, why I'm still going to be there, and I'm going to go to hell, and God might not be listening, and he might just be testing me again. And then later on in the sermon, he was saying that there's the collision that you have with God, and it turns your life completely around. And that was my life in general for the past few years. So, that's my story.